Hey, what's up everyone, Artem here. So, it's been quite a second since I made a video, and I just wanted to reflect back on my YouTube channel, and it's been 12 years since I really posted my first YouTube video, my first transformation, and that first video actually was just me awkwardly sitting on my bed, pretty much telling the world, hey, I'm going to try to make a transformation, I'm going to try to make some progress, and awkwardly kind of flexing and talking to the camera because I'd never done it before, and I don't think a lot of people have. And looking back at some of those videos, it was so cringe, but I don't delete them because I realize, it's about the journey, and I want other people, and I wanted other people to see, hey, even though I'm starting, for 0.0 from this really skinny kid, I think I was like 100 pounds at that time, 14 years old, and hey, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I know there's others like me, and I reflect, and there's been so many phases of my fitness journey, and I want to take this video to kind of reflect on that, and talk a little bit about where I'm at. And so maybe in another few years, maybe 12 years, right, I'll look back in this video and be like, wow, that's what I thought about my progress at that time, or the things I was trying to do in life. So that was that video. I think that was in maybe 2012, 2011, I want to say. And I gained some weight. I would say like within a year, I think I put on about 20 pounds. And I had this one video, I think, within a year or so, I posted me working out in the garage, just me like sweating and listening to music, and this video ended up getting a lot of views, and I was getting a lot of comments, and people were offering to send me money to my PayPal, and I was starting to get some weird requests, people asking me to do like some posing videos, like that were private, send them photos, and being so young, I was like, I don't know if that's going to be good for my brand, but I enjoyed the attention, and I enjoyed getting some, finances from that, but I knew I wanted to become like a YouTube partner, and getting that one video to really blow up was really encouraging that, hey, people are seeing like my effort. I think this was like progress video 5.5. I don't know why I even named it 5.5. I think the thought was, I'm in between progress videos, so this is what's happening, with me in the garage, just like working out and flexing and just listening to music and just trying to go hard to make progress from progress video 5 and 6. And then by I think progress video 6 or 7, I started actually going to a real gym. So before I was working out like in the garage. I remember there was at one point in time I actually went to Russia and I didn't have access to a gym. One of those times where I was just doing pull-ups, I was doing push-ups, and I was also starting to get a lot of hate on the channel. And as a very impressionable kid who was trying to motivate others and was getting used to like a lot of good comments, it was weird to see so many people actually hating on me. Saying that I was putting out bad advice, that I have like skinny abs, which I think I did at the time. Like, yeah, of course I'm gonna have abs because I was skinny, but I don't think that should take away from the work that I was putting in, right? But yeah, there's this thing called like bodybuilding.com, and on bodybuilding.com, you could actually have these forums, and there's this forum. And maybe some people watching this video today will know exactly what I'm talking about. But there's this forum called Teen Misc. And I guess there's a bunch of like teenagers that were into bodybuilding, and they'd post, and some of the stuff is so toxic, right? And it was so ego driven. And there was actually threads being posted about me. It's like, oh, this like skinny faggot is posting YouTube videos and getting like all these views. And I think a lot of it had to do with maybe jealousy, or they didn't understand what I was really trying to do, or really who I was. I think they were just, one, maybe a little insecure, or two, just trying to also get attention online. And I remember I made this, video, like message for the haters, like, fuck you guys, like I'm gonna make progress. And, I was steadily making progress, from, age 14 to through high school. I think I graduated high school around like 6 foot, close to 170 pounds. So I put on like 60 plus pounds of weight, which ultimately I knew I wasn't going to gain straight muscle, right? And I got taller, all those things. But I actually looked like I worked out. By the time I graduated high school, I was the size of a pretty average high schooler, high school guy graduating that age. And, when I was in a tank top, or kind of a more fitted shirt, you could definitely tell that I worked out. And that was really one of the biggest goals for me. Like I had no aspirations of being a professional bodybuilder. I just wanted to be more normal. I wanted to put on the weight and not feel like super skinny and small and this like beta kind of male. I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to gain weight and just be more normal. And from there, I continued to actually work out in college, right? And in college, I realized, I've already made a lot of progress. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. In fact, and when I'm in the college gym, I realize I'm further ahead than a lot of these people. Like, some of these people are just starting their fitness journey, and I've already been doing this for, 4 years. And at that point, I started to realize, I need to prioritize my career. I need to prioritize my education, because, I could maybe pursue fitness and do this, and I have this, I think at least like 40,000 subscribers at that time. I was putting in work. Like, I was making, decent income for a high school kid just on YouTube. And in college, I decided, I could always come back to this. But if I walk away from my education, I walk away from a career, one, that's probably going to upset my mom or my family, and it's not going to give me that nice security blanket that she wants from me. And I also wanted to prove to myself that, hey, I can push myself physically and I can manifest like the physical results I want on my body and my health, right? But I want to actually earn some respect and achieve some accomplishments when it comes to more, thinking and providing value to society in other ways. And so I went through college and, I had some good times, socially, but I was, a computer science major, went through that. And you kind of see up and down how I was posting videos kind of more sporadically, less often. There was one portion of college where I went all in on the fitness thing. It's like, hey, I don't know if I want to do this college thing. I had some doubts, and I just went all in after the fitness. And you could see the crazy results that happened that year. I competed a couple times. So the first time I competed in teens, but that second time, in that spurt where I just went all in, I ended up competing in men's physique and open. I got second place. I was making a lot of progress. But then I got some traction, so like on social media and YouTube and with fitness brands and such. But I reflected and I said, no, I don't want to, drop out of college, because I was messing up some of my grades, and I realized, no, I do want to, go through with this college thing. Yeah, the fitness stuff is fun, but I wasn't willing to, take it to the next level at the time. If you want to be great at competing or be one of the best, you got to get on the juice, and that's not something I don't think I'm ready for or really wanted or want at the time, and now even. And I would just double down back to college and focus on a career. And, that's how I've done, since graduating. I've really built up kind of more of a career for myself. And fitness still matters in my life today. And I made a lot of progress, since, being, 14-year-old Artem to, graduating high school, then competing in college, which is so stressful. And if anyone has ever tried to compete while they're in college that has kind of a harder degree, it's like an engineering degree or chemistry, biology, something like kind of STEM related, it is one of the most exhausting things, stressful things that you can go through and put yourself through. And hey, I'm a stronger person for it today, and I may compete again in the future, but after lifting on and off, I would say pretty consistently though, over the 12 years, my gains just aren't the same. I'm not making, a lot of strength gains in every lift. Even if I'm consistent and eating right? I'm not making massive size gains. Now I do it more so because of the way it makes me feel, and I'm okay with making slow progress. And that's where I'm at today, and I try to make time for YouTube, and I reflect back on those videos, and sometimes I'm like, why do I even have these on YouTube anymore? I should just delete them. But I want to continue to motivate and inspire people to look back on where I was, and with future videos I'd like to also reflect on where I'm at today, what are my current goals, and really just inspire people to have like a healthy balance in their life, whether it includes fitness, like weightlifting, having good cardio, but also maintaining balance in their professional lives, their family lives, and with friends, and taking that approach towards life and towards everything. Everything needs balance. And again, if you want to be great at something, you want to go all in, highly recommend you doing that. But you have to set the priorities in your life. And my number one priority right now is becoming successful in my career, and fitness is down the list, maybe 3 or 4, and I make sure it's still in my life and I make time for it, but it's not the same intensity, and I don't value it the same way as I did when I was trying to just put on weight no matter the cost, maybe in high school or when I was trying to compete in college. Right? But again, just a kind of a quick review of growing up on YouTube and some of my thoughts, reflections back on my journey. And I would like to do some reaction videos, actually, sitting down together with you guys and telling you my thoughts on some of these older videos, because it is really crazy how much I've grown as a person, and in some ways how mature I was at that time for being a high school kid. So we'll see. More videos to come. Don't expect them to be like weekly, but a little bit more often. I would like to continue to inspire and motivate everyone out there and give you kind of a glimpse on what's going on. So thank you for watching. Feel free to comment down. What do you think about some of my older videos? When did you start watching my YouTube channel? I know every time I post, when it's been a while, people will comment down, hey, I've been watching you since 2015, and I love comments like that. And give me feedback. Tell me, what is it about my channel that made you subscribe? And I would love to hear from you, and I will be responding. I definitely want to keep engagement with everyone who's still subscribed to me and actively clicking on my videos. So again, y'all have a good rest of your week, rest of your evening or morning, and good to be here.